What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment. How's it going, everybody? I just got back home from the screening of The Strangers Pray at Night, which I believe is a sequel to the 2008 movie The Strangers, starring Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler. Um, so instead of doing my polished scripted review with the jump cuts, I figured since right now what time is it? 10:30 p.m. It's getting late at night. I just want to give it straight to you what I thought of the film. Okay, this is my uh, uncut, raw, all right, fresh review of The Strangers Pray at Night. So I'll make this very snappy for you guys. So what's my verdict? I liked it. I enjoyed it. Maybe I'll be the only one around to say that. But I really like this horror film. And I'll point out a few things why without giving away spoilers. First of all, I did enjoy The Strangers as well, the first movie. That was about a decade ago, and that was written and directed by Brian Bertino, who also wrote the script for this sequel, but I think it got rewritten by another scribe. And the director for this one is his name is Johannes Roberts. So if you have seen The Strangers in 2008, basically it's a story about home invasion and about a bunch of psychopaths terrorizing this family, Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler's characters. The sequel is not far different, and that is one of the things what I like about this horror film. It doesn't really change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kind of like that. If it ain't broke, don't change it. That's why I don't like Thor Ragnarok, because they changed Thor from the previous two movies, who is Shakespearean and serious, into this bumbling comedic Thor. I was saying, but that's another topic for another time. So they didn't change that much for this sequel, as far as the tone and the psychopaths and their mission, which is to terrorize people. That's pretty much set from the get-go, and I like that. It is fun, scary fun. It's terrifying at times. I mean, it's not like it's not a paranormal movie, so it's scarier when it's an actual person or an actual individual with a big knife. That's why Michael Myers lasts this long, because in The Strangers Pray at Night, for example, I'll be speaking to you right now, and all of a sudden there's a guy behind me showed up out of nowhere, with an axe or a knife. That's scary because he just pops up out of nowhere. That is the strategy that The Strangers Pray at Night banks on, to scare the living crap out of you, and it works. It's effective. The scare tactics, it does its job. This is a scary movie. This is a horror movie that does its job. All right, it does what it's supposed to do. So that's probably the biggest strength. The other reason I have is because the movie doesn't spend too long in building up the characters. I mean, it's necessary for that to happen, because you want to feel, or you want to fear, or you want to feel concerned for the characters' safety. But the characters, I mean, not the psychopaths, but the family. So that aspect is necessary to exist. But some horror movies out there, I've seen them, mostly the red box ones, because I don't have a life, I don't have anything better to do, that they would spend too much time with making sure you get all the information and nooks and crannies and details about this human has this dating relationship with this other human, and this other person is disliking this other person for some reason. So they take too much time on the drama, whereas The Strangers Pray at Night, it's clear cut. All right, just right straight to the point, straightforward. This is a family. There's the drama. The only drama is that the daughter is a bit of a black sheep in the family. Okay, she's very troubled, and then there's the sympathetic older brother, and then that's it. That's all you need to know. And so when the death scenes come, and they do come, okay, and that's not spoiler because this is a horror movie. There will be death scenes that you actually you fear for them because you know what they have gone through, and you want them to escape, you want them to survive the night, but you're not bombarded with too much information that you get so bored. Luckily, fortunately, that's not what happens here in The Strangers Pray at Night. They give you just enough for you to care about the characters and fear for their safety. All right, so that's the other reason. Another reason is so I told you about the scary part, the characters part. As far as the acting goes, this movie has. I mean, I recognize Christina Hendricks from Mad Men. I don't recognize the other actors, but they do really well. I must say, overall, um, they look very convincing in their frightened state. Um, the death scenes are not that creative, I must say. I I've seen other creative death scenes in other horror movies, but again, as I said earlier, this is a movie that does what it's supposed to do, and it does enough. And I think um, you will be satisfied at the very least at how some of the victims may or may not fight back. I'm not going to spoil whether or not they are successful in their retaliation against the psychopaths, but you know what is lacking in the death scene's creativity, it makes up for it in in the possibility. Oh my gosh, maybe the victims could or might win somehow, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'll leave it at that. Another reason I like this The Strangers Pray at Night is because the villains, man, the psychopaths, they are so awesome. Okay, and by awesome I mean when you think of villains, because a hero is only as good as the villain, right? That's how they say. When I want I want a villain that's either multidimensional or like this one, where they are such psychopathic that they don't have any shades to them, because all their intent, all their instinct is just to kill, is to brutalize, just like that saying from The Dark Knight. Some people just want to see the world burn. Just like the Joker, right? The Joker has like the Heath Ledger versions, like, do you know how I got these scars? And he would have various versions of how that scars came to be, because he's a psychopath. On one at one point he'll be saying like, "Yeah, I don't do things for free. If you're good at something, don't do it for free," he said. And but another scene, he'll burn stacks of money. He'll burn it right up, like outright. So he's a psychopath. So are these villains in The Strangers Pray at Night. They're psychopathic. We don't know what their motivation is, and that's a good thing. All right, I want either a multidimensional, a bad guy that has some sides to them that you can relate to, or maybe they're motivated to rob a bank because he or she has a family that they need to support, something like that, right? Or this, either that or this. What I don't like is the one-dimensional ones, like the Steppenwolf from Justice League, or Whiplash from Iron Man 3. Do you remember that? I read somewhere that Mickey Rourke, even he's the one that came up with Whiplash having a parrot, a parrot pet, because he's like, Mickey's like, if I don't add that, he's not an interesting villain, and he's right. I guess good thing, but that doesn't help either, the parrot thing. But anyway, that's another topic for another lot. So either multidimensional or psychopathic. We don't know a thing, a jack shit about them. but they just like kill, kill, kill. That's their mission in life. And I like that about these villains in The Strangers Prey at Night. Um, Last but not least, without giving too much away, this movie also has the best use of Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart song ever. It uses some of my favorite pastime music, including some Air Supply songs. I'm sure some of you old enough or as old as me would know what Air Supply Band is. It's just hilarious. It adds to the entertainment part. The score, the music score for this horror film is already kind of retro. It sounds like John Carpenter's Halloween movie. It harkens back to that. It's a throwback to that, so that's cool. And on top of that, there's this use of Total Eclipse of the Heart, Air Supply songs, and it just makes the terror and the frightening moments become even. It's like you're conflicted. Like, oh my god, I like the song, but I'm scared of this moments. I was like, I don't know how to feel here. And I thought it was just brilliant. I thought it was brilliant combination of the two. So those are my reasons. Negative parts, negative. I guess I don't know if you don't like The Strangers Prey at Night. That's totally your opinion, man. My guess is that horror is probably not your cup of tea to begin with, anyway. But share your thoughts in the comment section whether or not you like The Strangers Prey at Night. If you have seen this movie, share your thoughts in the comment section below. That's my review of this movie. Share this video with all your friends on the YouTube verse and subscribe to my channel. And if you like my channel, if you like all the videos that I'm offering you here, please support this channel. Support me. Throw me a few bucks. $1 or $2 per month can go a long way. So sign up today at patreon.com/ramascreen. I repeat, that's patreon.com/ramascreen and become my patrons today. Let's rock this.